Hello everyone, this is a different type of video. It is kind of it's not really a reaction to a previous video, it's a reaction to the reaction to the previous video. And I'm talking about the video about authenticity. That video, at the moment, is stuck at 2 views and two comments. And one of those comments is mine, and is a reply to another comment that didn't make any sense to me, and so I don't know what's going on with that. So, and it has less views than Principles of Trauma 1 and 2. And Principles of Trauma 1 and 2, I kind of expected it to not be the most popular videos of the universe, right? Because it fits into the denial thing. Like, it's not like before you go to sleep you read about like principles of trauma. But this one has less views than that one, and it's about authenticity. Now that tells me something. I'm not entirely sure exactly what yet, but I think it will come out shooting this video, and I wanted to react because it needs to be said. Can you imagine? It's a video about authenticity, one of the most beautiful qualities ever. Nobody is giving a flying fuck about that video. Do you understand how little value we as a society put on authenticity? Because there are 2 options, right, why people are not giving a fuck about that video. One is that they think it's obvious. Oh, authenticity is great, so great, we know that, we don't need to watch a video about that. The second reason is that authenticity is shit, it's fucked up, it's overrated, boo authenticity, the fuck is authenticity, and that's why people are not interested in it. Now, I'm not gonna explore a lot number 2 because it's just insane. It's just kind of insane, right? And then there is number 1, which was basically people think is obvious, but it is not, because that's not, I mean, it's clearly not, and I'm 100% sure it's not only my experience. I mean, there are movies about what if people started lying, and basically the lies start from when people go to the loo in their own houses with their own families, and we lie from the second we get up and until the second we go to bed. So yeah, there is an authenticity issue, and authenticity has ended up somewhere else. What do I mean by that? I actually mean that it has ended up like under the bed, under the carpet. It has ended up like somewhere else than top of our priorities. And it's really shocking, it's really surprising that, but it is telling me something. I feel there is a message here, and the message is like people do not value authenticity. Or if they do think that they value it, they do nothing, they do not act. Their actions do not reflect their thoughts. They think they value it, but actually they don't. So little that they don't even watch a video about it. I'm not saying like the whole world should have watched that video, but I'm saying that compared to all the other videos, this one has been unspeakably neglected. And I think neglected is not a word that came to me by accident. I think it means something. I think it reflects something. We don't value authenticity, and to me this is a big deal. It is a gigantic deal. Because if people are not allowed to be authentic because their authenticity is not valued, what kind of world are we living in? How can you be surprised when something doesn't go right? If you don't value authenticity, you are not valuing reality. You're not valuing people. We are not valuing each other at all, because we don't care about how authentic people are. We don't care about the authenticity in things. We don't care about the truth. And how can you, if you don't care about the truth, how can you expect anything to go right? It's just impossible. It won't. I mean, try and do like something, a very practical experiment. Ignore the fact that the table is in the middle of just tell yourself, no, the table is not in the middle of the kitchen. The table is in the room. It's not true, but who the fuck cares about what's true and what's not? And keep trying and walk in that place where the table is, but you have decided it's not. You can't. If you ignore the truth, how can you then expect things in the world to go right? They can't. But also, it tells a lot about how little we value who other people truly, really are. That's enormous. Not giving a shit about that is enormous. Maybe we do, but we don't know that we do. I'm not entirely sure where the problem is, because I don't feel like I have that problem. I do value authenticity a lot. That's why I made the video. That's why I talk about it. But people don't seem to connect with it. It's like it doesn't attract their attention, and I'm extremely curious to understand why. And I think that the answer to that is going to be extremely, extremely powerful. So I'll follow up on this. Ciao.